Welcome to Accountex 2017, the accountancy profession's big annual gathering in East London. There's a bit of the annual ritual to Accountex. All the big beasts come down to the waterside and put on ritual displays to try and attract the attention of thousands of accountants who flock here to see what's going on. I'm Stokdyk, the editor of AccountingWEB, and I'm going to be your guide for day one at Accountex. There's a lot going on here. We're going to look at MTD, Microsoft, we've got a big product announcement. We're also going to be talking to some of the little companies that have got products they're launching, particularly in the management accounting sector and in practice management. And finally, we've got our own practice excellence program to talk to. But first things first, everybody before the show was interested in making tax digital. This is the whole government online e-filing process. The thing is that the deadline is going to be April next year, so it's less than 11 months to prepare. But then Theresa May called the election, everything goes on hold, it got abandoned from the finance bill, and we're not particularly certain when it's going to come back. So that's taken the air out of things a little bit for everyone here. All the people with new products and processes and programs, there's just an air of uncertainty, so we don't quite know when and whether it will go live. To get an insight from this, we talked to Mark Perdue from Thomson Reuters and one of his users, Gary Jacobs, who's actually the first accountant to join the pilot scheme. Mark, it's kind of things are a bit up in the air. Can you give us just a brief progress report on what is actually happening with Making Tax Digital?
So with Making Tax Digital, the pilot is still ongoing. Certainly at a developer level, we're still getting daily communications about the technical changes that are happening. Maybe at the business policy level, there's a little bit less communication. You're not hearing from them at the moment. But yeah, it's still business as usual to an extent.
Okay, so Gary, there's a lot of unknowns that won't be resolved until we get a finance bill with the legislation and the follow-up regulations. But you're in the pilot, you've been doing it for about a month now. What can you tell us about how the system works and what it looks and feels like for you and your clients?
Okay, so at the moment it's really about the connection. The HMRC have come down, we've had the engineers, we've opened authorisations, we've opened the gateway, so it's about the look and the feel of the access. It's about two switches turning at either end, and that's really where we've got to at the moment. And of course, there's been a brief hiatus. The second stage was supposed to be the passing of information through. To be honest, my feeling is that they're still moving forward. We're still in communications with the HMRC. There's merely been a postponement of the next stage, but only by a month or so.
So if everything is a bit wait and see with MTD at Accountex, at least we can thank Microsoft for bringing Dynamics 365 to the show. This is a new cloud-based financial application that integrates with the whole Dynamics cloud range. The problem with Microsoft is everybody uses Excel in accountancy, but in this small and medium-sized business accounting area, they've got a bit of a reputation problem. They had a product 10 years ago called Office Accounting Professional, but they pulled it. So they're going to have to overcome a little bit of resentment and skepticism that the new cloud-based product is really going to work. So James Ackrig came to the show, launched it early on the first day, and then he came along to our studio to tell us a little bit more about it.
It's really exciting to be back at Accountex this year. There's a lot of innovation that's going on, and clearly a lot of people are asking, well, you kind of brought this technology out to the States last year, when are we getting it in the UK? And I just want to set the expectations. It's only in preview at the moment as we build up to the actual launch. Perhaps later this month is what we've got scheduled. So it's great to actually show it for the first time today and let people sort of see how we're addressing the needs of a growing business around the way that they manage inventory, the way they manage their orders, purchasing, etc., and then how they can actually advance as regards more complex accounting requirements as their business grows. And the feedback so far has been very, very positive.
It's not all about the big companies' Accountex. A lot of little developers and suppliers come along. It's like Castaway Forecasting there, we've got Inform Direct, Approval Max. These are new entrants to the market, and this is their big chance to sort of say hello to the world. Another one that we met earlier is Doddle, and this was started by an accountant who saw an opportunity to use MTD as the basis for a cloud application. Here's what she told us. Karen Lowen, who's the founder of Doddle.
Hi,
Karen,
John.
I understand you're an accountant by profession.
I am, yes.
But you've gone into the software business with a new cloud accounting application.
Yes, that's right.
What possessed you to take on the likes of Sage
Well,
and Xero?
sometimes I wonder. But in actual fact, I was listening to the budget back in 2015, the autumn budget, as we all were, and was appalled at the announcement of the abolishment of tax returns. And thought, well, okay, I'm going to have to look into this for my clients. A lot of my clients are very small businessmen, sole traders under the VAT limit, small companies. What's out there for them? So I started to research the software on offer and found there wasn't a lot really, and I didn't think there was anything that they could cope with. So I set about writing my own program. And Doddle has recently been born.
So there's a lot going on at Accountex on day one that we can't bring you in this video, but we'll be carrying on reporting on AccountingWEB. Come and visit the site and read about it there. If you're at the show, visit our stand here, say hello, and we'll try and catch up and find out what your take on all the events at the show are. But we'll also be talking about our own Practice Excellence program. This is our annual awards process that firms enter, and then we build that into articles and conferences. The awards are now open, so you can enter your own firm in that and become part of the program. We're also surveying all of our members about their software satisfaction, the tools they use and what you think of that. So visit the Practice Excellence website, take part in the survey, because that's a really important element of both showing other accountants what's happening in the marketplace and helping to guide our coverage. I hope you've enjoyed the video and see you next year at Accountex.